Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Edo 2020. We need to tread with caution. Osunbor tells APC leaders. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. For whatever time we're reaching you up today, we want to say a big thank you for your huge and massive support. Thank you for supporting us. Thanks for always being there. With today's own is quite interesting. Osunbor has just lent his voice into all that is going on with Edo State politics with regards to the primary election just in a few days. Osunbor happens to be the former Edo State governor, a senator, and just yesterday, lent his voice to the All Progressive Congress with all the crisis and everything that has been going on. That caution needs to be applied in all this so that we don't throw away the baby with the bathwater or spoil a good thing by our actions. Anyway, my people, let's get into the news and get all the details. Former governor of Edo State, Senator Osareme Osunbor, yesterday advised leaders of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the state to tread with caution and not to fall into legal pitfalls after the governorship election. Osunbor, in a statement, appealed to all, warning party members to embrace peace before the election scheduled for June 22nd. The professor of law, who is also a member of the APC National Caucus, said the crisis in Edo State chapter of the All Progressive Congress, which has lingered for about 2 years now, threatens to boil out over as we draw closer to the national election gubernatorial primaries, which is slated for June the 22nd. These potential and disastrous consequences of crisis can make the party to collapse in Edo State. And as such, the party in Edo State needs to sit back and resolve what is going on quickly, seriously, and on time, and should be dumped promptly before the primaries. I know what I am saying. What I am saying is not very good for the party or Edo State. Given my position in the party, I have made efforts outside of public glory towards bringing about reconciliation by speaking to the two leading participants, the national chairman, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, and His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, as well as some of their supporters, to give peace a chance. I also tried to rally some elders of the party from the state to break peace between the two. It is a common knowledge that our royal father, His Royal Highness Oba of Benin, has made his own efforts, including appealing to President Muhammadu Buhari to help break peace among these two in Edo State. These are his sons, the royal father has said, the Oba of Benin. Please help me resolve the crisis going on between them. It is also believed that their mutual friend, Dr. Aloko Dangote, made repeated efforts at reconciling them to avoid any forms of what we are experiencing today, but to no avail. When therefore the national caucus of the party resolved at the meeting of 21st November 2019 to institute a National Reconciliation Committee to address the crisis in various states of the Federation, which resolves was upheld by the decision of the National Executive Committee of the party. The following day, there seemed to be light at the end of the tunnel. However, this has not happened till date, as the National Reconciliation Committee, which was reconstituted in February 2020, has not yet completed its assignment of reconciling the person of Adams Oshiomhole and His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki. There is now a chance that the committee may be confronted with to make sure that they complete this task before the Edo primary and the global election, which will be held promptly and on time. before the assignment is completed, they need to do this. That would be, if they don't do this before 22nd, it will be tantamount to medicine after death. This will be extremely risky, ill advised to the party to conduct the primaries without reconciliation. Let's talk. Let us get on with what is dividing us. As a party, if we must excel, if we must face the future together, if Edo State must continue to be governed well and by APC, this talk has to be done. The reason that the reconciliation is imperative is that the party to conduct and carry out a transparent primaries, it depends on the division or the unity of these two. Winning will become more difficult and ordinarily will bring about weakening of the party in the position of the state. Don't forget, APC is not the only contender in September. Even if APC candidate win the election or the victory, it is tantamount to nothing if we don't win September election. This is why we must tread with caution. It is often an enormous thought about when INEC returning to office announce a winner, but that does not end there. It can lead to court case that rolls on and on. Ask Osunbor, he's in the best place to tell you. He became a governor by the court decision, not INEC. So I know what I'm talking about. Give peace a chance. At best, it can be likened to the end of the first half of a game of football. The second half, which is even more decisive for the players, will decide what happens and who wins the game at the end. Tribunal, court of law, and ways, Supreme Court, to involve the governorship election is not a way to go. These are moves that are in political arena, and the judiciary system will start lingering all along, around, and Edo State will not move forward with these things pending. Examples are legal matters in court. Shockingly, many are still having legal matters in court as we speak. INEC needs to look into this so they don't come back violating the Constitution and the Electoral Act and other laws, including the fighting of the rights of the members who have participated in the election, looking out for Supreme Court's judgment to decide who wins. Supreme Court judgment placed the governor of Bayelsa State as the governor, not by INEC. So, with the electoral and the court, we need to get things right from the onset so we don't go the way of the court. It is helpful at this stage to develop and to make sure that there is peace. Adams Osunbor, Godwin Obaseki needs to speak together. They need to abide by under Article 20 of the APC Constitution that the party interest of the party comes first. They need to resolve this. There is no doubt at all that APC candidates will win the forthcoming election, but we must be mindful not to lose the victory in courts. This is because of the constant reoccurrence of what has been happening in the country. The pain of losing at the end is more deadly. Like I earlier explained, a football match, the first half, no matter how beautifully played the player does, the second half determines the result at the end of the game. We cannot continue with fighting, misunderstanding, war with words, and expect us to carry on and lead Edo State. I don't see that being possible. The mistake of going to the courts, the mistake APC will make is not allowing this rift to settle and to continue with the governorship election and at the end go back to the court. That will not be good. His Royal Highness the Oba of Benin also has lent his voice even before the election. I have spoken to him that his sons should come together. He said he has done and he's doing his best. He's even speaking to the president to see to it that his sons come back home as one. They are my sons, he said. My people, you don't hear the matter. Hey, this is the former governor of Edo State, a senator, who is saying that he went to speak to the Oba of Benin, and he's also spoken to other people. The Oba of Benin said he's putting his voice. He's speaking to Muhammadu Buhari, with regards to this matter. You heard his advice. He said Adams Oshomole and Gordon Obaseki needs to come together. They need to speak to one another. They need to decide the future of the party. Otherwise, that APC might win, no doubt. They are the ones in power. It might be announced that APC has won, but the worst of all is that they lose the victory in court. He made a reference to Adams Oshomole, that Adams Oshomole became a governor as a result of APC of a PDP losing the election in court. He said he doesn't want a such reoccurrence for APC. As a result, they need to come together. Osunbor has even gone further to speak to the Oba of Benin. Oba of Benin said he's in touch with Muhammadu Buhari to resolve this whole issue so that his sons can come back home. Don't forget, both Oshomole and Godwin Obaseki are all indigenes of Edo State and are sons of the soil. Anyway, my people, what do you think? The Oba said he's looking into the matter. Somebody said he has spoken to the Oba of Benin. Let's hear. We'll keep you informed as the matter unfolds. God bless. Thanks and bye for now.